everybody, Amelia here, and welcome back to Dragon Quest. So, in the last episode, we met the seer, and we came upon the Warrior's Rest Inn, where everybody is having the same dream of a man in anguish saying he wishes he could go back to that day. And he's in Dundrazil armor, which makes me wonder, there's not too many people who would have Dundrazil armor on. I'm wondering if it's like an apparition of the main character's father wishing he could change what had happened. Don't know, but we're on our way to Dundrazil Castle to see if it actually is anything else. Yeah, I can't go that way. Let's go this way. Oof. Everything's burning. Okay. I have no idea if I'm going the right way or not. I guess we'll find out. Only thing through here was the armor, right? Treasure chest with the armor. Yes. Sometimes you gotta look. You never know what'll be different. Or what will have changed.
This place was in ruins the last time we came, but this is something else. Ah, it fair breaks my heart. Where was I? Ah, yes. It should be around here somewhere. Would you boys do me a favor and shift this little lot?
Well? Don't just stand there, darling. If I'm getting my hands dirty, you are too.
You know, I am the luminary.
Where does this stairway lead, Lord Robert?
To an underground passage that runs beneath the castle. It was meant to allow the royal family to flee should Dundrazil ever come under attack. Right. Let's get in there and see if we can find some clues to the identity of our restless knight, shall we?
Do you have anything new to add?
You want to speak with little old
Honestly,
me?
I could have traipsed around these ruins for hours and never noticed those stairs. But now we found them, I guess we should use them. Come on, honey, down we go.
Blast!
Dundrazil was a place of great beauty, both in its landscapes and the hearts of its people. That Mordegon could destroy it all without compunction is unforgivable. He must pay for what he has done. If we're going to solve the mystery of that poor man in the dream, the answers lie here in Dundrazil. Mark my words. In fact, I think I know exactly where we need to head. Come on, laddie, let's push on. Isn't it so useful that we found him? Dundrazil Castle Dungeons. Now, why would we need to be going into the dungeons? There's a treasure chest. No sparkling swords. Okay, that at least saves me a bit of wondering. Gee, their dungeons look more intact than anything else. Can't hardly see, it's so dark. 4 phials of Sage's Elixir. Well, looky who's there.
Such pain. Such despair. dare you? How dare you return here? Begone, servants of evil! You took everything. You destroyed everything. You monsters! I will never forgive you!
I'm keen to have a wee chat with our friend here, but something tells me he's got other things in mind.
Well, I was not expecting to get into a fight. The restless night draws near. Let's accelerate. And... Let's... Sap. No! Always misses. Big Banga. Ow.
Let the blackness consume you!
Oh. That's not cool. That's really not cool. Yeah. Decelerate. Can I sap you again? That's perfect. Ah! It missed. Let's see. Let's do Hustle Dance. And let's try it.
Shall not prevail!
And oh, this is a lot.
Blackness consume you!
Upgrade. Let's see. What do I want to do? It's actually more tedious. Wait, does he have a Falcon Blade too? Okay. Almost down. What'd you do to him? Can't be dying now. renders him. Huh. Sleep, confusion, beguilement, and paralysis. But this isn't the same thing, unfortunately. Pet powers. Gather the gang and give your foes a show they won't forget. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, he hit all of us! Ow.
Let the blackness consume you!
We're gonna have to figure out how to deal with that. Oh my god. Okay. Do I have... Oh boy. Nice. Heal me. Heal me. Come on, Savanta, wake up! Jeez, a flippin' flip. Holy shit. He killed me. Oh boy. Yeah. Oh no. I don't have any more MP. Okay. Oh no! I don't have any. Shit. Wait. I don't have anything either. Ah! Oh, please don't. He's going to kill me. Ah. Just one more. That's all I needed. God
Our
damn.
triumph was never in doubt.
It wasn't? Pretty sure it was.
Such pain. You took my beloved Eleanor. You took my boy. I will never forgive you.
Eleanor. But that's the old queen's name, which would make you...
Erwin, last king of Dundrasil. Just as I thought. A great man, and a fine warrior too, as you've just witnessed. And, most importantly of all, your father. I'm sorry the two of you had to meet like this.
But how does this enemy make sense? If he was dead, didn't your ritual that we performed release him to Yggdrasil?
What happened to you, Erwin? Come on, laddie. Look at me.
Oh, that's not great.
What in the...
At last you have come. Long have I waited for a kindly soul to free my restless knight from his misery.
The voice from the dream.
You are correct, of course. Before you kneels Erwin, King of Dundrasil. All those long years ago, on that darkest of days, he fought to the last. The light of justice sustained him, and he refused to yield to the darkness. But with time, that light has waned, and all that remains is the tortured soul you see before you. Lost between light and dark, life and death. I beg of you, help him, free him from his nightmare. Shine the light of hope into the darkness of his despair.
The voice. It's gone again. Who is she?
Eleanor?
That'll have to wait. Erwin here needs our help. But what are we supposed to do to help him?
Yeah. Let's... Such pain, such despair. You took my Eleanor, my Norin, you destroyed everything. I will never forgive you. Continues to mutter pitifully, moving closer to listen. As he steps forward, Norin is suddenly transfixed by the void inside his father.
Do I smell fresh meat? It's been a while. Years, in fact. Well then, I need to make you nice and miserable before I devour your tender torment. Watch and despair. Such pain, such anguish. I am helpless, powerless, bound by the chains years of regret.
King Erwin, it is a great honor to be invited to celebrate this most special of days with you.
The birth of your son and heir is a source of great joy and happiness to us all. Congratulations, Your Majesty.
Thank you. Thank you. Aye, this is a momentous day for Dundrasil. I am truly humbled to be lucky enough to celebrate it with you all. My dear Sultan, King Gustav, allow me to welcome you both to Dundrasil. You honor us with your presence.
Gustav. He was Sniffelheim, right?
The honor is all ours, King Erwin. Truly, it has been far too long. 1,000 thanks for preparing such lavish festivities. Though, of course, we are not here merely to celebrate. Today's colloquy of kings shall determine the fate of Erdrea for generations to come. I, for one, mean to see that my people's interests are well represented. You will forgive me if I grow a little passionate at times.
It is the first time the rulers of the Four Kingdoms have ever gathered under one roof, you know. A momentous occasion indeed.
So Dundrasil, Sniffelheim, Gallopolis, and Heliodor. But what about Zwaardsrust? Had it already fallen by this point?
But the reason itself is a momentous one, of course. The birth of an heir to the title of Luminary is an event of unparalleled significance.
Indeed it is. Thank you once again for agreeing to meet so readily. Now, I have some final preparations to make before we convene the colloquy. I will come and fetch you when we're ready to begin. Guards, I don't suppose any of you have seen King Carnelian?
Yes, sire. King Carnelian is walking the grounds with Lord Robert, sire.
What that must feel like. I cannot believe King Erwin makes the time to talk to ordinary guards like me. I am lucky to be working for a man like him, and that's a fact. Wake Robin. Cool, cool. Most agreeable banquet. I really don't know why everyone makes such a fuss about the Luminary. He's just a character from an ancient fairy tale. He isn't even real. Not like Sir Hendrik of Heliodor. Now there's someone you really can believe in. A true hero. By the sands, what a feast, and as if that were not cause enough for joy, the rulers of the great kingdoms are gathered at last. The birth of the Luminary is an auspicious event indeed. My own son and heir is also soon to be born. I must endeavor to celebrate his arrival with equal pomp and splendor. The Knights of Dundrasil share the same chivalric values as the Desert Knights of Gallopolis. But this is no surprise, of course. King Erwin is a knight himself. I am sure he urges his men to honor the pledge, just as his most exalted majesty the Sultan does. Every day brings new reports of monsters terrorizing some village or other. The world's become a rather a dangerous place. Thank goodness the Luminary is here at last to keep us safe from all the unpleasantness. The birth of the Luminary brings the promise of peace for all Erdrea. Let it all be as Yggdrasil wills it. Crivens. Or is it Crivens? The birth of a wee prince has brought the poshest folks from all four kingdoms to the castle. I have to be on my best behavior today. King Erwin has proven himself to be a wise and benevolent ruler as well as a mighty warrior. And now his son turns out to be the Luminary. He's certainly not waiting for plaudits, that one. Wanting for plaudits. What happens is one expected to bring a child up to be a hero and savior? The mere thought of that kind of pressure is simply terrifying. That's what I kind of think. It was not to be. Wake Robin. Aye, what can I do for you? Huh? I could have sworn there was somebody talking to me. Must be my imagination. Top notch. Simply delicious. The soldier doesn't move a muscle. He doesn't seem to be aware of Norn's presence. The rulers of all 4 kingdoms brought together for a great summit. There will be fireworks, I am sure. Unluckily for me, I have a front row seat. I wonder when Prince Norman will be presented to us all. I can't wait to see if he has his mother's face. Doesn't it feel strange, though, pinning the hopes of our kingdom on a wee baby? Oh, but I've no doubt he'll be able to handle it. I just hope we get to see him soon. There's no need to be so impatient. We'll get to see the baby just as soon as the colloquy of kings is done. I think they might be getting started with that any minute now, actually. I saw King Erwin head into the courtyard with King Carnelian. I'm gonna get to see the Luminary, honestly. The Luminary of Legend, the one who once saved Erdrea from the ancient evil. He bore a mark upon his hand, the mark of light. And now Prince Norn is in here, and he bears the same mark. Not that we've seen it yet, of course. Oh. No.
King Carnelian, Lord Robert, I will be convening the colloquy shortly, if you'd like to make ready.
Lord Robert informs me that the boy bears the mark. That he is the luminary reborn.
That's right, aye. I've decided to present him to you all at the colloquy. The sight of so many people gathered to celebrate his birth has brought home to me how important he is. How much hope the light he brings represents.
Save it for the meeting, Erwin.
Don't take it to heart, laddie. The fate of all Erdrea hangs in the Luminary now. Not everyone's going to be happy about that. Right, it's nearly time. Why don't you go and fetch the wee one from Eleanor's chambers?
Oh boy. There's a lot here. Okay. Well, there they go. King Erwin, King Carnelian, and Lord Robert, all off upstairs. I suppose the colloquy of kings will be getting started soon, then. I suppose so. The Luminary, eh? I do wonder what life's got in store for wee Prince Norrin. Still, I don't suppose it really matters all that much. His mother and father are gonna love him no matter what, and that's the most important thing. Why do they have to have the colloquy of kings on the same day as the banquet to celebrate Prince Norrin's birth? What have they got to discuss that's so important? Something to do with the prince, maybe? Queen Eleanor must be delighted to have given birth to the Luminary. I'm sure he'll be a feisty wee fellow. After all, his mother was more than a handful in her day. Ah, but you could always tell there was something special about her. Ugh, listen to me talking to myself. Come on, you, back to work. Nearly time for my shift. Oh, I almost missed you. Special antidote. Good. So let's see. That wee scamp's gone off somewhere again. Ugh, I don't blame her. Banquets like this must be dull as dishwasher when you're her age. Just wish it wasn't on me who had to keep an eye on her. I mean, Princess Jade of Heliodor is famous for getting into all sorts of scrapes. Let's go down. Then. Dang, this place is cool looking. I'm friends with all the royal families, you know. I could introduce you to a prince or two if you're interested. Prince? Cribbins? Or Cribin? I don't know. I want to have a wee look at the Luminary too. Maybe I'll just sneak off for 5 minutes. No one will notice. Ugh, no, I cannot do that. The castle's chock full of dignitaries from all over the world, and it's my job to keep them safe. The Mark of Light, eh? Same one as the Luminary of Legend. Aye, he's a special wee fellow, all right. All's well. Here we go, in here. Anything at all? Nothing? Well, I'm sure there's got to be a reason for this room. Oh. Got to get even stronger. Ugh, this is killing me. We've been getting sent out to fight monsters all over the place recently. I hope this is not a sign of evil brewing. So Hedrick of Heliodor, he's the one everyone's talking about. The finest young knight in all of Drea, or so they say. And I can see why. I just walked past him down in the dungeon. He's every inch a hero. That man's gonna change the world, I'm sure of it. Take that. King Erwin was not born into royalty. He was an ordinary man who became a knight, the best in the kingdom. Then one day, he rescued Princess Eleanor from some monsters, and the rest is history. If that's not an inspirational story, I don't know what is. Maybe one day I'll get to... what am I saying? I did not become a knight so I could meet some pretty lassie. I believe in the pledge, and that's why I've got to keep training my hardest. The door won't budge. Well, of course it won't. Why bothered? Alright, let's go on back up here. Okay, and then up we go. Oh, look at that. I do feel honored to have been asked to say a few words when Prince Snorin is presented to his future subjects. But when I look at all these people, I can't help but feel nervous. It's probably best I don't think about it too much and just focus on my ordinary priestly duties instead. Now then. So he can see us, but nobody else can? This feels very... odd. Okay, so that's the council chamber. How many times do I have to tell you, you big galoot? Queen Eleanor's chambers are through that door and on the left. Hurry up before King Erwin gets here. I'm sorry, I'm new here. How many times do I have to... through that door and on the left. Hurry up before King Erwin gets here. Okay, so it's just the same. There it is, Erdwin's lantern. It's still giving off that strange light. I don't like it one bit. Ugh, but this is not the time for my doom and gloom. We're supposed to be happy that the Luminary's been born. Lead Princess Jade really does look like her mother. Poor hen, she was so young when she passed. The door won't budge. So I need to go to the throne room. Okay. Places are really nice. Ah, I wish Lord Robert had never told me about the Book of Erdwin. Now I can't stop thinking about what it says about. No, I mustn't think about that. Today we celebrate the birth of Prince Norn, and to heck with everything else. What's through here? Ooh. Ugh, I cannot believe it. Lord Robert's been hiding his magazines under the bed again. It's only been a few days since Queen Eleanor confiscated the last lot. Guess this is Lord Robert's. Rab's room. Okay. One lonely little book. It looks like an old diary of Rab's. Norin takes it from the shelf and has a closer look. Ever since the day I ceded the throne to young Erwin, the lad has poured his heart and soul into making Dungerzil the greatest kingdom it can possibly be. He was never raised as royalty, and I must admit I shared some of my subjects' doubts about whether or not he was truly suited to rule at first. But now I know I made the right choice. He soon gained their trust and respect, and mine as well. The entire nation is united behind him. My dear Eleanor has made a very fine choice of husband indeed, which means I can get on with enjoying my retirement. Ah, it's so sweet. I love hearing the sound of happy laughter coming from the King and Queen's chambers. Aye, Queen Eleanor's been in fine spirits ever since wee Prince Norman was born, and isn't he just a spit of his mommy? Mammy? Mammy? I've seen a U instead of an O, but never an A.
Aw, he's so tiny. Can I touch him, Lady Eleanor? I promise I'll be careful.
I think he likes you, Jade. He wants to play. He's a very special boy, you know. They call him the Luminary. People have all sorts of hopes for him. But I just hope he grows up to be like his father. That he can help people to overcome their problems, just as Erwin does.
I hope he grows up to be nice and kind like you, Lady Eleanor. King Erwin!
The colloquy's about to start, Eleanor. Will you hand me the wee one? All right, wee man. Let's go and talk to some scary old men, shall we? Don't worry. Daddy'll look after you.
Oh, Erwin. You don't need to hold on to him so tight, you know. Let the poor boy breathe. Would you look at it thundering away out there? And on such a special day, too. It's making me feel uneasy.
Come on now, Eleanor. There's nothing to worry about. We'll keep you safe no matter what, won't we, wee man?
And what about me,
Hey, you don't need me to protect you, Jade. You've got King Carnelian. Your dad's a force to be reckoned with, and no mistake. Right. We better get this meeting started. I'll see you later, Eleanor.
Good luck. Both of you.
There's a book called The Book of Erdwin. Chapter 1, Song of Beginnings. World Tree's gift, first of many, bold, bright, blessed luminary. Thy light doth shadow cast, lo the dark one, bleak, black, vast. Chapter 2, Song of Prayer. World Tree's foot, a plea, a prayer, ringeth through the mountain air. Babe was born, tree's will revealed, Serenica, luminary's shield. The book is filled with many more such important sounding poems. Norin carefully closes it. There's a wrinkle. Diamond. It's a weird thing to have in your wardrobe. Is someone there? Who are you talking to, Lady Eleanor? There's nobody there. No, of course not. Sorry, dear. It's just, well, it was the strangest thing. I know that Oren's taken little Nora to the colloquy, but it's as though I can still sense him here in the room. I felt his warmth. Ugh, but this isn't time for that kind of nonsense. It's my wee one's big day. I mustn't let myself get distracted. I'm going to be your big sister, Norin. Let's play together all the time when you get bigger. Oh, it's hurting. I suppose the Colloquy of Kings will be starting soon, eh? Hey, do you remember which room they said it to be in? What, didn't you listen to a word of the briefing? It's in the room straight across from the throne room, you daft galoot. Haha, don't be such a grump. I was just asking in case it all kicks off in there. We need to dash in to save the king. I said that's gonna happen. Okay. It looks very dark. Aye, sir. Don't worry, sir. You can count on me. The Colloquy of Kings will be starting any minute, so we'd best all be extra vigilant. That means you too, alright? Less of your messing about. Wake up, you daft gawk. You're here to stand guard, not to catch up on your kip. There's more to being a soldier than just putting on a swanky uniform, you know. Is that water? Oh! It literally... Oh! It's literally open! What kind of... That's a dumb architectural... That's dumb. Bad idea. He looks a little nervous, possibly because the Colloquy of Kings is about to begin. One can only wonder what manner of momentous decisions will be made in such a meeting. It quite boggles the mind. It's gonna start soon. The biggest day of my career. No, my life. This day is gonna go down in history. Not because of you.
This child, he is the one?
He bears the mark. There's no mistaking it. Dark One riseth, tree descendeth, luminary, man defendeth. Light's mark shineth, hand extendeth. With his coming, black night endeth.
The final poem in the Book of Erdwin.
The legends tell us that the Dark One was defeated by the Luminary in the Age of Heroes, bringing eternal peace to the world. But, as I'm sure you haven't failed to notice, monsters walk the land once more. The peace of Erdrea is under threat.
The kingdom of Svardsrust has already fallen at the wicked creature's hands, and King Arnut with it. He will be sorely missed.
Ah.
And
So
now a
definitely happened
child
before.
has been born who bears the mark. Which brings us to a reason for gathering here today. What does all this mean for Erdrea?
You speak of the Dark One, of monsters running wild, of the peace of centuries crumbling. But surely, the birth of the child signals an end to our woes. Now that the luminary is among us, the balance can be restored, the peace can be maintained. All is well, is it not?
You believe that the presence of the luminary will ensure that peace prevails. Can you be certain? Forgive me, Lord Robert, but the Book of Erdwin contains another poem concerning this matter, does it not?
He looks too old to have a child that would have been Queen Frisabel's age at this point. I mean, I suppose he can have a kid at any time.
It does. The very first poem. The prophecy. Well, tree's gift, first of many. Bold, bright, blessed luminary. Thy light doth a shadow cast. Lo, the Dark One, bleak, black, vast.
What are the two of you implying? That the Luminary causes the appearance of the Dark One?
Without light, there cannot be shadow. Without darkness, the stars cannot shine. This has always been the way of the world. Darkness and light must coexist. So, indeed, the birth of the Luminary may well be what causes the Dark One to awaken.
Or the Dark One awoke, and thus the Luminary was born.
You dare to imply that my son is somehow the source of our troubles? That the Luminary isn't a force for good?
Can we be certain that he is? Evil does not always take a monstrous form, after all. You must have noticed the sinister glow emitted by Erdwin's lantern of late. Ever since your child was born, in fact.
What are you trying to...
Oh. The star sings at night, you know. I have heard it. It sings of Erdria's destruction.
King Gustav is right.
Ah, don't you start.
Ominous footsteps approach. We all hear them. As the leaders of this world, we owe it to our people to root out even the slightest hint of evil at its source. Even when that source is painfully close to home.
Why don't you just come out and say it? You're asking me to kill my own son. My own flesh and blood. Something happened. Not long before the child was born. I'm sure some of you saw it. A great, blinding light shot up from Yggdrasil and set the sky aglow. For a moment, it seemed that night had become day. We saw that same light on the evening he was born. It was shining from the mark on his hand. The child is a force for good. I have never been more certain of anything. He did not give rise to the darkness. He was sent to drive it out. Light and dark are not two sides of the same coin. The light of the Luminary is a gift. A gift that will cleanse the world of evil.
A rousing performance indeed. Of course, if you had shown even a whit less conviction, we would have had no choice but to remove the child from your care.
Seriously?
The Luminary is the child of Yggdrasil. He alone can bring light to the world. He must be protected at all costs.
I hope you will forgive us our little test, but we had to be sure how strongly you believed. Your face.
I am satisfied. Send him to Heliodor when he comes of age. He will be trained in all that he will need to fulfill his destiny. We must confer upon the Luminary the power to lead us all.
King Carnelian, everyone. I don't know what to say.
Talk about never seeing your family. So he's supposed to spend 6 years in Panglai, and then when he comes of age to go spend more time training with Heliodor?
Very good. The most pressing item on our agenda is dealt with, and it ended just as I knew it would.
Gosh, you're not much of a king, are you? Sultan.
Now the matter is settled. Our kingdoms are united in their purpose.
Let all be as Yggdrasil wills it.
That concludes the colloquy. Now, all that remains is to introduce the luminary to his adoring public.
Thank you, King Carnelian. My friends, I'd like to thank you all for coming. Now,
Your Majesty!
what is it?
You must flee the palace immediately. Monsters! Hundreds of monsters!
We're under attack. Everyone, we have to get out of here now.
That's not great. Let me just look around. There's nothing around here, right? Oh, this is a very big room. Who was it who claimed that the Luminary would be our savior? So far, he appears to be anything but. He's a baby! Fear not, Your Majesty. I will give my life to protect you if I must. In the name of Galapagos. There's no response. He's dead. Can this truly be happening? Are the monsters willing to destroy an entire kingdom to get their hands on a mere child? Mighty Yggdrasil, lend us your protection. May your blessed boughs be hold back these foul creatures. Watching the door with silent resolve, determined to protect King Gustav at all costs. Everybody else is gone.
Where is the luminary, Babs? Give him to us.
They have come in force, but they shall not have the child. Lord Robert and I will keep them at bay. Take Eleanor and the child and flee the castle. Now!
But King Carnelian, this is suicide!
You need not fret on my behalf. I am not in my dotage just yet. Now go!
Thank you. Both of you.
Just hope Aaron made it to the throne room. I'll take you all on if I have to. You'll never have the boy. Haha, foolish human worms will die trying to protect your precious luminary. The monster doesn't seem to be aware of Norn's presence. Try to fight it. No. Well. Why not? A Lucifer. Ah! Ah! Dang, those crits. I was hoping it would give me something. It just just keep coming wave after wave of them. I don't know how long I'll be able to hold them off. Dude, you didn't even do anything. You won't get the better of us, you horrible things, ye. You think you're getting past sworn soldiers of Dingerzil, you've another thing coming. I'll show the sergeant what I'm made of. He won't be shouting at me anymore when he sees this. Yeah. Or not. Probably should not be able to actually fight these. There also doesn't seem to be much point in it. But I was just about to finish fighting her off. I must be tougher than I thought. How do you like that, eh? That's what you get when you mess with Dingers, though.
King Erwin, there you are. We were so worried.
You're alive. Oh, thank the heavens. When we saw the monsters coming, we feared the worst for you both.
Never mind that now. We need to get out of here, all of us. Come on.
Don't hurry or anything.
No matter what happens, I will get you out of here. I promise. Let's go.
Okay. You think you're a tough one, eh? I'll show you who's tough. Get out of your throne, our throne, you foul beasties. The luminary, give him to me. He belongs not to you, he belongs to the Lord of Shadows. That's a new one. $905 points. Just for that? Dang. Okay. Hate to end it here, but we're running long, and we will pick this back up on the next one and continue on with this flashback, I guess is the best word to call it. It's like a living flashback. It's kind of weird. But yep, we will continue on that in the next episode. Thank you guys so much for watching.